Okay, so hello everyone, this is me, Safdar Shakil. We'll be starting with fundamentals today. In this series of lecture, we'll be learning about what are the basic mistakes people do in maths. And this lecture will be for +2 level and for above +2 level. So let's start. We'll start with square root first. You have seen at many places that under root 1 is equal to plus minus 1, which is wrong. And many people write this also. It's absolutely wrong. Actually, under root 1 is equal to plus 1 only. Why? Because the meaning of this thing is positive square root. Since the meaning is positive square root, its value will never be negative. If you want a negative answer, then you have to put a negative sign in front of this, and then its value will not be positive. This is important, and many people write what you call plus minus 1 in many books. Also, you have seen this. This is absolutely wrong. So if the value of plus under root 4 will be equal to plus 2, if you write plus minus 2, it will be wrong. So keep this in mind about square root. I'll revise once. Under root 1 is not equal to plus minus 1, but under root 1 is equal to plus 1 only. This is wrong. Later, when we do transformational graph, I'll teach you with the graph that how this value is only plus 1. Actually, let's see here. The graph of under root 1 is like this in x-axis and y-axis. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. Since you can see the graph is not negative, so its value will never be negative. Don't worry about this. We'll learn this later. So we can also generalize this thing. So what will be the value of under root x square? X minus x or plus minus x. And actually, all these threes are wrong. The value of x square should be mod of x. It should be its actual value, because the under root value is a non-negative function. Its value can never be negative. So for example, I can show you like this, that under root minus 1 square is equal to 1. If you think like this, that under root 1 actually mod of minus 1, so its value will be 1. Even if you think like this, that under root square is equal to 1 the whole square, and these two will cancel. This is the wrong concept. Under root 1 square is equal to mod of minus 1, and this mod will make it positive, and its value will be plus 1. Okay, so let's see. Let's move ahead. So even if you find under root x is equal to minus 1, then after seeing this, you should write it's a false statement or no real solution, because its value, since it is a non-negative function, its value will never be negative. As you can see from the graph, the value is be positive only and cannot give a negative value, because under root 1 is itself means positive square root. If you want a negative square root, you need to put a minus sign here. So let's move ahead. This was with square root. I'll revise it one, that under root 1 is equal to plus minus. It's a non-negative function. It will never give a negative value. Under root 1 means it's positive square root, so it will give positive square root. If you want a negative sign, you need to put a negative sign ahead of it. Under root 4 is equal to plus 2, not plus minus 2. And generalize 5 under root x square. The value of under root x square is I'll put this in red, means important. Under root x square is mod of x. It will mod of x, it will never give a negative value. And under root minus x square should be mod of minus 1. Example 1. Similarly, under 2 the whole square should be mod of minus 2. What mod will do? It will make this positive, and the answer will be 2. So let's see now what is modulus function. Let's move ahead. It's written like this: y is equal to mod of x, and the expansion, or rather the definition of mod of x is like this. If x is greater than 0, then the mod of x value will be x, and if x is less than 0, then the value of mod of x will be minus of x. This equal to sign you can put anywhere, either here or here, it doesn't matter, and 0 is included because mod of 0 is 0 only. So let's begin. As you can see, so mod of 3 is equal to 3. because x, this term, I'll put this in red, is what you call greater than 0. So it will give a x value, same value, is 3. But what if mod of x is minus 3? What mod will do, since x is negative, this thing is negative, it will put a negative sign in at the negative value. So it will make it positive. So this is minus 3. And since minus 3 is already less than 0, so what we will do is to put a negative sign, which will make it positive. One more example, mod of 2 is equal to 2, and mod of minus 2, since mod minus 2 is already less than 0, it will put a negative sign ahead of minus 2. This is what it does here, and it will make it positive. This is how a modulus function works. Now let's see the graph of modulus function. So let's draw. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. This is origin. So first we'll take this wing first. Okay. So for y is equal to x. So for y is equal to x, we'll take. If you draw y is equal to x, you will get this straight line. And this will be 45 degree here. The slope is 1 and tan theta 45 is equal to 1. But do we need the whole graph? As you can see from here, we don't need the whole graph. We only leave which is x, where x is greater than 0. And when x is greater than 0, x is greater than 0 on the right hand side of the graph. So we don't need this part. And now draw this thing, other wing, minus of x. So y is equal to minus of x graph, you'll get like this. Minus of x. And the slope will be 135 degree. And slope will be minus 1, because if you see, so slope is minus 1 and tan 135 is minus 1. So do we need, in this also, we need to, what do you call, erase something. Do we need the whole graph? No, we only need those part of the graph in that interval for which x is less than 0. And which part is x is less than 0? You know, the left hand side of the graph where x is less than 0. And that is what is required as per the definition. So we don't need the positive side of the graph. We don't know this. So what will the combined graph? If you combine this, you'll get a graph like this. This is y-axis, this is x-axis, this is origin, and after removing these two, the graph will be like this. Y is equal to x, y is equal to minus x, angle will be 45 degree because tan 45 is equal to 1, and this angle will be 135 degree because tan 135 is equal to minus 1. This is origin. This is a continuous graph. Why it's continuous? Because you don't find any breaks in the graph. This is a continuous function. It passes through origin, and that value, you know, at x equal to 0, the value is 0. Okay, so let's move ahead now. I hope you're following. Let's revise. I'll revise it once. Graph of modulus of function x, y is equal to mod of x. We define for x, it will give the value of x when x is greater than 0, and it gives the value of minus x when x is less than 0. So this is the y-axis and x-axis. You will draw the graph, and you need to erase those part for which interval it is not valid. It is not valid for x is less than 0, this part, and this part is not valid for x greater than 0. It's valid only for x less than 0. So this is part is less than 0, this part. Okay, so let's move ahead now. Let's deal with properties now. So whenever you see that mod of x equal to a negative value, then only you should write that this is not possible. It's a false statement. It will not give any real solution. Why? Because it's a non-negative function. Its value will never be negative. As we have seen further, that mod of x only gives the positive value, and if the negative value is fed into it, it will make it positive. As you can see from the graph also, the graph is always upward, positive. No value is in negative. You can see, right? The minimum value which can it give is 0. So x mod of x is always greater than or equal to 0, you can write for like this for all. It is written like this for all x belongs to R, where R is real number. For any real number means right from minus infinity to plus infinity, any value. Mod of x will be will always be greater than or equal to 0. And when it will be equal to 0, when x itself is 0, then only it will give us a negative value, because mod of 0 is 0. And mod of minus 1 will give 1. And mod of 1 is also equal to 1. You have seen that earlier. And if x belongs to real part minus 0 means any real number but not 0. What does it mean? X belongs to any real number but not 0. Then modulus of x will always be greater than 0. It will not give 0 because 0 is excluded from this. Okay, so let's move ahead. So when mod of x minus 1 is greater than 0, so what will be the value of x? It is always true. For all x belongs to R, except at point x is equal to 1. Why? Because when you put x is equal to 1 here, its value will be 0, and 0 is not equal to 0. 0 is equal to 0, and we don't have an equality sign here. We have greater than sign here, right? So answer is for all x belongs to R except 1. This is your answer. But when they ask you mod of x minus 1 greater than equal to 0, then you have to write, obviously it always equal to 0 for all x belongs to R. Whatever is the value of x in every variable means from minus infinity to plus infinity, any value you choose, it will always, whatever value you put here, it will always be greater than 0. It's a non-negative function.
Okay, so see you next time.